What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Stocks to Watch. And today we had an interesting day. I mean, Nifty was barely in the green, thanks to Bajaj Finance and Bajaj FinServ that it started to bounce off a little bit. But today's entire day was dominated by PSU Banks. PSU Banks, after reporting good set of numbers, especially Maharashtra Bank did extremely well, Punjab National Bank did extremely well, and then we saw Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda. They were also bouncing off the lows, and that is the primary reason why Bank Nifty was in the green because private banks were not really doing anything exciting. Now, apart from that, we've seen pharma companies, we've seen a lot of IT companies bouncing back, and that has been supporting the index. And tomorrow is the Reliance demerger. So tomorrow, there's going to be another price discovery session that's going to be happening for Reliance. So index traders, especially Nifty traders, they have to be a little careful because there could be some whips and whipsaws in the index because Reliance being the major heavyweight in the market. Now, coming on to stocks that I'm going to be watching out for tomorrow, the first one on the list is APL Apollo Tubes. The stock has done really well, coming out of the previous all-time high, and now has started to create a base, decent volume activity. And today was like a big, impulsive day in the stock, and the stock has done extremely well. So tomorrow I'll be looking for a break of this entire range, and I think that could be really healthy and could have very strong momentum. Next up is Cummins India, and this is a stock where we have created a position today. So we have bought the stocks. I'll just tell you where exactly did we buy the stock. We bought the stock over here, somewhere around in the middle of the day, somewhere around over here. This is where we initiated our position on Cummins India. So that is where we bought, and Cummins India has done extremely well. The last 30 minutes, we saw huge spikes. Now, let me give you like a bigger picture of why we took Cummins India. So Cummins India has been trading at fresh all-time highs. The stock has done extremely well, very bullish, and now it is trying to create like a narrow, tighter base, and that base is something that I'm expecting for the stock to take out in the upcoming sessions. Today's closing was really nice, and I would be watching out unless and until the low of today breaks out. And I think 2000 or somewhere around 1990s is going to be a good target for it. So Cummins India definitely on the radar. Disclaimer: we already have a position in this. Next up is Sun Pharma, and Sun Pharma has done extremely well. So Sun Pharma has come out of this very long base, and the stock is again probably trading at very important levels. So I'll just show you the monthly chart of Sun Pharma. So Sun Pharma is back near its previous all-time highs, which it created in 2015, and there has been a strong action over here week on week in Sun Pharma. And if you look at the weekly chart, the stock has come out of this range, and it is holding off really well. And we have seen a lot of pharma stocks taking off and reporting decent numbers. So there is a small little rectangular base formation also in Sun Pharma, and hence it's going to be really interesting to see on how this plays out tomorrow. So I'm going to be looking out for this narrow range break in Sun Pharma, and that is what is going to be my focus. ITC is another name which I'm interested in. So ITC is creating another tight range. So this stock has outperformed major indices, major index, the broader indices like Nifty also. And from in the FMCG pack, this has been a stellar performer. Now, there are multiple tailwinds in ITC with the hotel business doing really well, paper business picking up, and the other agro business is also doing really well. So I think ITC is going to be a strong pick for tomorrow. I think it could have good action. Another name is LNT, Larsen Toubro, and it is again consolidating really nicely and in a tight range. Stock is near all-time highs, or I think at all-time highs. Yes, it is at all-time highs, and this base is really worth trading. So I think tomorrow is going to be an interesting day for LNT as well. Another stock on my radar is IGL. Now, IGL has done wonderfully well. This entire gas stocks and the gas sector has been a laggard, but I think now is the time when gas prices are lower. Natural gas is trading at I think 52-week lows, and this contraction consolidation looks extremely solid for it to create a new high. So I think IGL is going to be one more stocks on my radar. Now Concor is one stock that I will be tracking, but I don't think it's ready for a trade tomorrow. But I think this base is what I'll be waiting to watch on how it closes tomorrow. Based on that, maybe there could be an entry. So Concor is going to be on the observation list. Alembic Pharma, we have been tracking this stock, but we haven't really got an entry in this. And as I said, pharma companies are doing well. So I expect today was a good volume day. So I'm expecting this also to probably take out or take this range out tomorrow. So let's see. Alembic Pharma is going to be on the watch list. Next up is Grasim, and Grasim is also one of the names that I'm really interested in, primarily for two reasons. So, cement stocks have done well. They have corrected in the last week or so, and what I can see in Grasim is, tight range contraction, and this base which is being set up is really, really nice. So, there could definitely be a test of the previous highs, and that's a decent 2-3% up move that we can expect in Grasim. So, again, we tried to take a trade today, but we got out of Grasim primarily because I was not seeing other cement stocks do really well. But I think this should definitely be something on your watch list for tomorrow. Next up is Wellspun Enterprises, and this stock is also creating a nice thing. So last time we discussed the stock was here, creating a base, and then just look at how the stock has rallied past that base. And I think after like a mini shakeout that was happened yesterday, I think the stock is ready to take off. So another name on the radar. Devyani is another name which has come out of a very nice tight base, and there are other QSR companies like Barbecue. I will talk about that. So everything's interesting. Now there's tons of liquidity above the 201 highs, and that is what I'm interested in. That if Devyani takes us out, Devyani could be looking to test these highs. So there's going to be like a 5 to 6% window, which Devyani could probably see. And we've got some decent volume activity also coming in today. So another very interesting stock is Devyani International. Another one is barbecue. Now, the reason I'm interested in Barbecue Nation is from a positional perspective, not from an intraday perspective. And the reason is Barbecue Nation is back near its IPO levels, which was in 2021. Stock has come back into this demand area, and now the stock is trying to create like a U-shaped base, and that basing is done. The stock has bottomed out with margins declining, and the company is, at a growth spree. They faced some challenges post-COVID, and they shut down some stores which were underperforming. But I think now the company is on track to do well, and I think this is a very nice area for accumulation. So anywhere between 650 to 700 is going to be a good accumulation area for long term if you are interested in Barbecue Nation. So I think this is a good setup, and I think this could probably move up 30-40% from the current levels in the next 6 months. So if you're interested in Barbecue Nation, do analyze and check it out. Next up is Glenmark Life Sciences, and just like Glenmark, this has done extremely well, and this is also again trying to create a contraction base. Now, I am going to wait for this, and if pharma overall is very nice tomorrow, I would not mind taking this trade, but again, something on the radar which looks interesting. Another name, not exactly an aggressive play, but this is a demand bounce play in Hemi Prop. So we've seen that real estate, market has done really well. So recently in Chennai, TVS, the real estate arm of TVS Group, they did record sales of about 680 crores in a single day, and that was another record that was set. So real estate market is really hot. Now the only overhang is that Chinese real estate market is slowing down a little bit, although it doesn't have a direct impact on the Indian market. But hemiprop is at a good area of demand to kind of buy it around, the 9900 areas, and with a 95 rupee stop loss, a 5% stop to probably capture 15 to 20%. And mind you, this is a small cap company, so this could move very fast. Rate gain is another stock that is going to be on my radar, and the reason for that is pretty simple. The stock has completed this entire base formation, right? So this is completely done, and now the stock is creating another mini base, right, on top of that, and that is what interests me for the next couple of days. Now, I am going to be watching this out in terms of how the next day and the next day's action is, and when it starts to trade around the top of the base, that is when I'll be looking to execute this one. Next up is Stovecraft. After a disappointing earnings number, the stock has completed its base formation, and tomorrow I think it's going to be ready. So I think probably one of my favorite names has to be Stovecraft, and I think this could do well. And there's another IPO stock which, in my opinion, probably has bottomed out after liquidating these lows, and now it's creating another base-like structure to start another series of moves. So I think interesting one. A very interesting stock. I think probably my second favorite after Stovecraft is going to be Rolex Strings. Now Rolex created a full nice base. After this base, after the initial preliminary IPO base was created, stock moved out of that, and after that move, the stock has now consolidated, created a nice, wonderful, beautiful base, and now the stock is staying and holding off over there. You can see the volume spikes. That tells you how much interest is there from the institutions. So I think Rolex Strings, another name that I'll definitely be watching out for. Another name is East India Hotels. Now, East India Hotels is also pretty similar to all of these other names. So East India Hotels has, it's basically trying to trade near these older highs from 2018, and now this is probably ready to take the all-time high from 2018 out, and that's what interests me in the stock. Recent volume activity that has come in, that also interests me. This day, and what's happening over here, and no considerable selling that is seen. So I think East India Hotels looks very good for a swing trade, and I think this could have good action. Last but not the least is Bank of India, and this is from the banking space. And the only banking name which starts to consolidate now, other banking names are near their 52-week highs or maybe near their supply areas. So I think this is one banking name, PSU banking name, that I'll be tracking if banks start to do well tomorrow. So all of these stocks were on my radar, are going to be on my radar for the next day. If you're new here, consider subscribing, hit the like button if you like the analysis, and let me know in the comment box if you want me to focus on a particular stock or sector. In the next video, I will try to focus on that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you the next time. I hope you have a very good trading day and a very good trading week ahead. See you next time. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.